Well, hello friends, and a especially warm welcome to new subscribers. This is Granny's GodPod number 53, a call to alms, that's ALMS. I aim to use the word alms here not in the sense of giving money, but in the sense of giving prayer time and theological reflection on how best to use the church's resources for the community. At the weekend, I went to a meeting that gave some dire predictions about the Church of England in the West. Many people accuse the Church of being rich, but about 64% of parishes are unable to meet their parish share, which contributes to the cost of the clergy's pay, pension, housing and training. And the Church also has substantial liabilities in the upkeep of its listed buildings. The theft of lead from church roofs, for example, can cause an unexpected bill of tens of thousands of pounds. But finance is not the only problem. While there is a huge growth of Christianity going on in the global south, the same is not happening in the West. What can we do? As you know, I've started a theology course. The first term has been focused on theological reflection. Being a theologian is not confined to those in the ivory towers of academia. We can all use theological reflection to address problems. There are many ways to do it, but the one I am using here has 4 parts: a description of the problem, analysis, prayer over possible solutions, and response. The problem. Most of us probably know that church attendance in the UK has been in decline for decades. Nowadays there are many distractions in a society when Sunday is not so much different to any other day. It will be no surprise to most of us that the majority of those who attend church are women, with the current estimate being as much as 80%. It has been predicted that if things continue in this way, the last male parishioner will attend the Church of England in 2032. Statistics also tell us that if we can convert the men, the rest of the family will follow. But if only the wife converts, the children will follow but not the father. If that's not a recommendation for starting men's groups, I don't know what is. My vocational advisor suggested that we are perhaps going to miss a whole generation of churchgoers, and that means there is potentially a whole group of young people who have never known the Bible stories we grew up on. Analysis of the problem. Years ago, I had a conversation with a church warden about how to attract more people into the church, and was shocked when she said, "They know where we are." I think it's a very big thing to go into a church for the first time, to open that big old noisy wooden door and risk all eyes turning on you. But as Christians we cannot sit back and do nothing. We are tasked with spreading the gospel. If more people are not coming to the church, it seems the church must go to the people. We may need to adapt from all our worship focusing on Sundays, for example, or all worship happening in the church building. One of the searching questions has been, who does the church building belong to? Is it the people who attend and contribute to its upkeep? Or is it the wider community out there? Maybe it's both. So what can we do to bring the wider community into the church for mutual support? To preach on a street corner invites abuse, so we need a more subtle approach. Prayers for a solution. In the Bible, there are instances of perseverance paying off. The woman asking Jesus to heal her daughter, who says, Even the puppy dogs eat the crumbs from the master's table. The friend who knocks on the door late at night asking for bread. And the judge who gives justice to the persevering widow. Perseverance in both individual and corporate prayers may help us to find a solution, asking God to show us what his plans are and what we can do to help him achieve them. The whole congregation can take part, looking out for any opportunities God gives. One suggestion that came from my vocational advisor was to conduct a needs survey. This is not a skills survey that requires people to give a lot of time to. Everyone has busy lives these days. But simply for everyone to ask a few simple questions to anyone they meet in their daily lives. Young people, friends, relatives, neighbours, teachers, shop assistants, etc. It doesn't even matter if what is needed seems obvious, because this is a way of putting the church under people's noses and to show the church cares. It can also be an easy conversation starter. The 3 questions used were: what is good about living in this community? What are the main challenges people face? What one thing could make a difference? Most people will like to give their opinions. Response. It may be reassuring to know that such a survey does not necessarily mean the church would need to involve itself in extra activities, since it may have limited resources. But the replies, which would be anonymous, can be collated, discussed, and a report produced, which could then be circulated to appropriate bodies such as social services, police, councils, housing and highway departments, schools, surgeries, etc. It may be that the church could support or influence local decision-making for the good of the community. Seeing the church actively working in the community may bring more people into the church, or show ways for the church to be involved in the community. The very first essential, I think, is to have at least one person or a rota of people tasked with welcoming newcomers and having someone to sit with them to show them the way through the service book. Another positive approach is to have open church sessions, maybe with coffee and biscuits, when anyone can come in and look around and see what a nice bunch of people we are. So what do you think? Have you tried different solutions? Please let me know in your comments below. I would love to hear of your ideas, experiences and successes. Till the next time, bye for now.